Elizabeth Taylor was more than a Hollywood star. She was an icon, a legend, and a timeless figure whose presence could light up any room. Even decades after her rise to fame, her influence continues to dominate conversations about beauty, glamour, and sheer charisma. But her latest photos have reminded the world why Elizabeth wasn't just admired, she was revered. These images have resurfaced online, leaving viewers gasping and saying the same thing over and over. She left absolutely nothing to imagination. In every frame, Elizabeth Taylor radiates a magnetic combination of confidence, elegance, and unapologetic boldness that is impossible to ignore. The first thing people notice is her aura. Elizabeth didn't need flashy clothing or exaggerated poses to captivate the camera. Every glance, every subtle smile, every tilt of her head speaks volumes. She embodies power and allure, but in a way that feels effortless, natural, and timeless. Fans immediately pointed out how her energy dominates the photos. She doesn't just appear, she commands the room, and she does it with a sophistication that today's stars can only aspire to replicate. Her presence alone makes every image feel like a masterpiece. Social media erupted the moment the images circulated. Comments poured in. She's a true legend. Elizabeth Taylor's beauty is unmatched, absolutely breathtaking. People marveled not just at her physical appearance, but at the way she carries herself. Elizabeth's gaze, her expressions, and the slight but deliberate poise of her body exude confidence and intensity. These photos remind everyone why she was dubbed one of the most captivating women in cinematic history. One of the most striking aspects is how these images showcase her fearless personality. Elizabeth Taylor was never one to hide or conform. Her boldness, her unapologetic confidence, and her ability to embrace her own beauty made her unforgettable. These photos reflect all of that. She didn't just show glamour. She showed power, self-assurance, and the magnetic aura of someone who knows her worth. Fans were left in awe, appreciating that Elizabeth had mastered the art of leaving nothing to the imagination without ever being vulgar. The images also reveal her timeless elegance. Even in casual settings, Elizabeth's style, posture, and expressions are impeccable. She manages to balance strength with softness, allure with authenticity, and charm with authority. The subtle interplay of light and shadow in these photos emphasizes her features perfectly. The eyes that captivated millions, the iconic smile, and the elegance that few could ever match. Every detail feels intentional yet effortless, which is what makes them endlessly fascinating. Elizabeth's confidence is another reason these photos became viral. She doesn't just pose for the camera, she communicates. Her gaze tells a story, her posture conveys strength, and her expressions invite admiration. Fans commented on the way she effortlessly commands attention. Unlike many modern stars who rely on trends, filters, or editing, Elizabeth's power lies in her natural presence and the way she exudes self-assuredness. These photos remind everyone why she continues to be celebrated long after her prime. Another reason these images stand out is the emotional depth they capture. Elizabeth Taylor was not just a beautiful woman. She was an actress capable of expressing complex emotions with a single glance. That same emotional intensity shines through in these images, making viewers feel connected to her even decades later. There's a vulnerability mixed with undeniable strength, which is rare in celebrity photography. It's what turns a photo from ordinary to iconic. Fans also admired how Elizabeth's photos seemed to transcend time. Her charisma, elegance, and confidence are not confined to the era in which they were taken. The energy she exudes still resonates today, proving that true icon status never fades. These images went viral not just because of nostalgia, but because they showcase qualities that remain aspirational: authenticity, confidence, and magnetic presence. In the end, these photos are more than just pictures. They are proof of Elizabeth Taylor's lasting legacy. Proof that she wasn't just a Hollywood star, but a woman who could captivate hearts, command attention, and leave the world in awe simply by being herself. She left nothing to imagination. and the results are breathtaking. Millions continue to admire, share, and celebrate her timeless beauty and presence, proving that Elizabeth Taylor will forever remain one of the most unforgettable icons in history.